I want to be crucified, but it's a rough thing. Now listen, I'm gonna just go through real quick crucifixion, because I know we've talked about it before, but this is something that I want you to understand why they even talk about it. The point of crucifixion was to kill you, yes, but that was an ulterior motive. The point of crucifixion was humiliation and as much pain as possible. That doesn't sound too joyful to me. Crucifixion. They would take you, they'd put you on the cross beam, they would nail a very large spike through your wrist, right here, between these bones. It would crush your nerve in your hand to where if for somehow they were like, I'll take him off, he's not dead, you'd never be able to use your hands again. But not only that, they say that pain when it crushes the nerve in your hands and in your feet, when that nail goes in there and crushes that nerve, that's what causes some of the worst pain, because you literally just feel that nerve being just crushed by a nail. And that's where they get the word excruciating from. I know I shared that before about excruciating. It's out of the cross. The pain from the cross comes from just all kinds of pains at all different parts of your body. You got your hands and feet that are nailed to a cross. You've been beaten before that. You're humiliated because you're in front of all these people up on a cross, bleeding, bloody, brutally battered. It's a lot of B's, I know, but you're hurting. And then they stretch your arms out. And that's why it's so funny in that song. We sing it, and this is an old song. Man, we've been singing this song since I was in middle school probably. Your love is extravagant. It says, spread wide in the arms of Christ. And I've been singing that for 10, 15 years, however long it's been out. And it's just kind of one of those things, you're like, oh, spread wide in the arms of Christ is a love that covers sin. And you just kind of sing through it, but you don't really think about it. That love of God, that love of Jesus, the joy that was set before him, whatever that joy is that was set before him was so worth it that he stretched his arms on that cross. And when his arms were stretched, he couldn't breathe. You can't breathe when your arms are stretched out on the cross, because the way it holds your diaphragm and your sternum and all that kind of stuff. So the only way to breathe, you know, is to push up on that nail. And that's just even more pain every time you got to take a breath. So you push up and drop back down. Just painful, painful thing. Why would you go through that? For anything. Criminals went through this because they broke a law. Jesus, as we know, never did anything wrong in his life. Never sinned. Never did a thing wrong. But he endured this cross. Its shame, its pain, and all that kind of stuff for the joy that was set before him. Somebody tell me an idea of what you think that might be. What is the joy that was set before him? Anybody? I'll give you the answer. Look in a mirror. It's you and me. This guy said, I told you. Good job. I'm glad you said that. He's like, I told you so. I should have said it out loud. The joy that was set before Christ is you and me. The reason he endured the cross, it wasn't for money, it wasn't for fame, it wasn't even so that he could sit down at the right-hand throne of God. He was already going to do that. He was already God. The reason that he endured the cross and all its pain and everything was for you and me, because he loves us. And that is the kind of extravagant means just big, humongous love that God has for us. Romans 5:8 says that